Hey guys, I am here with JackalGoldKick,
Yeah, JackalGoldKick here.
Lucifer Scarlet,
What's up?
Maxmillion222
Hello, Maxmillion222 here.
for the review of the Ludovico Technique album, Some Things Are Beyond Therapy. I came across Ludovico Technique a while back, and while I wasn't too much into industrial at that point,
Druid, we aren't doing a little bit technique. We're not doing it.
Wait, what? We're not doing Ludovico Technique?
Nope.
Well then who are we doing?
Your favourite. BOTDF.
Ah! Alright, seeing as how BOTDF left such a sweet taste in my mouth the first time I listened to them, I bet this album, with the cover it has, will be a country album. Anyways, let's get down to it. Ready, guys?
Nope. I'm not ready.
First track on the album is titled Sexually Explicit, and yes, this song is definitely about how much he loves animals. It's really the intro track to the whole album, and I have this assumption that an intro track gives you a taste of what to expect on the whole album. Here it has a dark pop, gothic, almost psychedelic tune to it, and while I do not agree with the lyrics, the tune itself isn't that bad. Davi's voice, as in common with most of their songs, is not really a boon to the song either. Here it has a dark pop, gothic, almost psychedelic tune to it, and while I do not agree with the lyrics, the tune itself isn't that bad. Davi's voice is, as common in most of their songs, not really a boon to the song either. Overall, I give this a 5 out of 10.
Okay, do you want to start off sexually explicit? You hear like a beat you would hear of a whole movie. You know, like a... I can't do it because I'm not a PTX person, you know. But, anyway, do you want to start? You hear a little bit of whispering like, I was like, what the fuck you saying, cunt? Don't know why. Just whispering, a beat that repeats, and that's it. For me, for sexually explicit, 2 out of 10 for me. 2 out of 10.
The first song on here is basically a 1.5 minute intro, which is totally unnecessary. It's called Sexually Explicit. It doesn't really add anything to the album except annoyance.
I thought this was a pretty good intro. I like the instrumental to it. I like the vocals to it. I think it's a very good instrumental and a lead up to the Exorcist song, which is track number 2. So, yeah, I thought the intro was pretty good. I enjoyed Davi's vocals and the instrumental as well.
Second track on this album is titled The Exorcist. This is the pre-release track for the album, and it's different than what I heard in Scream for My Ice Cream, Unforgiven, and Time Machine. The song goes towards a more metal theme, using actual instruments and relying less on the techno through the song, with the exception to the outro of the song. The song goes towards a more metal theme, using actual instruments and relying on less of the techno through the song, with exception to the intro. This song is, again, about sex. I have resolved to think that every song hinting towards a sexual innuendo on this album has a reference in the title. Anyways, these lyrics are detailing sexual liberation, and once again, I like the tune. But the vocals... Davi's vocals. First of all, his screaming is making this sound more and more like a middle school band trying to be edgy with all their power, so they overdo everything. While it is a powerful track at the beginning, Davi just tries too hard to capitalize on that. It's a 4 out of 10 for me.
Okay, during the start of the song, I couldn't hear Davi at all. I'm not kidding. So, like the dumb cunt I am, I turned my TV out to fucking 58, and he's like, fuck! I was like, fuck! Like that kind. And yes, my ears were bursting of pain. Davi, the thing I find is that in every song you say, fuck this or fuck you. Yep, so hardcore, aren't you, Davi? So rebel, eh? Yeah, I'm Davi. I'm such a rebel. I say fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. Oh, no dishes for me. No dishes. I'm so rebel. The beat was okay, the beat. But the lyrics? Who says this? I'm Romeo on ecstasy. What the fuck? Well, I never knew Romeo was a fucking drug addict. I thought he was a romance story by Shakespeare or something. Not a fucking drug addict. And he says this, I'm your god or your whore. What the fuck? The lyrics are weird in the song. They're weird kind of thing, you know. So, with this song, 3 out of 10.
Number 2 is called The Exorcist. It has the worst name, basically, and it has the worst written lyrics. It's like a 4th grader just figured out what sex was and said, hey, I want to write a song about this. It's awful, and the beat is annoying, just like all the other ones. I mean, all the beats on here sound exactly the same. Electro pop thingy with guitar in the background.
Track 2 is a Exorcist. I really do like this song. I like the instrumental on it. I like the vocals. I like the chorus a lot. I like how the instrumental gets all heavy on the chorus, and I like number 2. The Exorcist, very good song. It's very good.
The third track on the album has an intro that sounds like it should have been on the Half-Life soundtrack, which I like, again. However, it's always the vocals here that ruin it, and this time it's for both members, not just Davi, I believe. The very first verse is referencing how emo he is that he used to cut himself and injected drugs into that cut. Probably took part in the hashtag cut for Bieber craze, since everybody who believed in that was probably high already. The actual song, though, it's emo rock. The lyrics, emo rock. And the chorus isn't that great either. This is coming from the person who liked the instrumentals on The Exorcist. The whiny whispers and the tried and hated lyrics are present, and frankly, it just feels like it's just filler. 4 out of 10.
Haha. Druid, that was a good one. The heroin and the JB fan cut for the Bieber thing. That was a good one. Okay, anyway, okay, so the song's about self-harm, of course, and for some reason it reminds me of Die My Bride. You know that song? No one here? No one? You? No? Oh, that guy down there, he knows it, of course. But you know, it reminds me of Anthem of the Outcast a little bit. I don't know why. And the lyrics are like this: I feel pain, fun, raise the cuts. And Darby trying to sound all hardcore, gangster, tough, you know, kind of thing. And it goes quiet, and then Jay gets to the song. I think he does. I'm so hardcore, I'm gonna cut myself. This song, 2 out of 10 for me.
This song is not that bad. I mean, it has the best written lyrics. It's just nothing really memorable about this. I don't really hate this song. I just think it's boring, basically.
This song isn't the greatest. Like, this song's a mixed bag for me, because it's like I like the verses, like Davi's part, but I do not like Jay's part. Davi's part, I think, is very good. His vocals are good on here, and the instrumental with Davi is good. But I feel like when Jay comes on the chorus, the song gets ruined. I don't feel like Jay's voice fit the instrumental of the chorus. I didn't really like his voice in the chorus, so it's a mixed bag for me. Battle Cry is an alright song, but when Jay's chorus comes on, the song gets ruined. But when it comes back to Davi's part, I like it. So mixed bag with that.
Fourth track on this album is the titular track, Cruel Pornography, and it's more techno. The intro voice reminds me of Marilyn Manson, and I guess I should be smacked for saying that. Guess what the song's about? And not even the chorus is good in this song. Again, it just feels like they added it for filler. Seriously, BOTDF? I know your music isn't that diverse, but somewhere you should include some originality, because this is possibly the most generic song on this whole album. And it's the titular track. So there's no real excuse to be made here. It's a 2 out of 10.
Okay, in the song, it sounds like Mel Manson a little bit, which is why I have a Mel Manson shirt. I'm a big fan of Mel Manson. But Jay, how dare you steal Manson music style? Okay, but the lyrics are fucked up. He's like this: You move like poetry. Dude, how does poetry move? It doesn't move. It's on a script. I know, I'm being a smart ass here. I know. And he's like this: You taste like pornography. How do you know what porn tastes like? How do you know, man? Tell me. And of course, the chorus is beat me down, and it goes dush, dush, dush. And the beat repeats, of course. And this bit was like, what the fuck were you snorting at? This bit when you wrote this lyric, cocaine of crucifixion or some shit. I don't know. I forgot. But it says this: crucifixion of cocaine or cocaine of crucifixion. That's fucked up, kind of thing. For me, 4 out of 10. Yeah.
And I really hated this one because they basically ripped off Marilyn Manson, trying to be all dark and gothic, and it doesn't work because Davi Vanity looks like a children's drawing. I mean, seriously, have you seen that guy? I mean, the dark theme doesn't work for that. So yeah, it's just really, that song's just really cringy, you know?
I feel like this track is could have done better. I don't really like the song. I do like the instrumental. I thought it was a very different instrumental and not all the songs sounding the same. But I felt like Jay's voice I didn't really like because he sounded too much like Marilyn Manson. Now it is interesting for him to try to have his vocals like Marilyn Manson, but I just didn't like the song. It didn't sound good to me. It sounded pretty lame. I didn't really like the chorus. I really didn't like Davi's vocals. They did feel like they were awesome, but it's just like mixed with Jay, it just didn't sound good. Jay should have just used his regular voice, honestly. It maybe would have sounded better. So, Cruel Pornography, don't like it. I do like the instrumental, though.
Fifth track on this album is titled Filthy Animals, and at first it sounds like edgy nu metal. If there's one genre I have a love-hate relationship with, it's nu metal, because Limp Bizkit was the only real worthwhile band I thought was good. The rest sounded like a bunch of heartbroken boys who found instruments. BOTDF tries to be nu metal here, except with your typical lyrics. The chorus is reminiscent of Linkin Park's Transformers soundtrack, and that's not a good thing, guys. Lucifer, Jackal, Max, I have nothing to say. This song is, again, bland and generic. I hold out the hope that the last track, Live to Die, is at least a 6 out of 10. There has to be one good track on this album somewhere. Please, please, BOTDF, make this so.
Okay, when this song came out, I thought, I wonder what this is going to be about. I wonder what. Yep, sex. The instrumental is okay, because, you know, I'm a metalhead, and I love metal and shit, you know. But the voice, ruins it. And her lyrics, he's like this, my dick is too hard to resist. Doubt it, you know what I'm saying? BOTDF, I'm getting sick of these sex songs. Go back to the old BOTDF with your funny sex songs, because when this song came out, he said this. This song's been more worse than my other songs, more sexual. Mate, listen to Canland, or Sexteen, or S My D. That's more dirtier than Filthy Animals. I'm just saying.
This one is pretty disturbing and the most sexual. It's just very cringy. It's awful. Okay, I can't really describe this one.
I think this is probably the worst song on the album. It's got a terrible instrumental. It's got terrible vocals from all three, because Filthy Animals features Sean Brandon, which Sean Brandon I think he's a nobody, honestly, because like he's featured with Blood on the Dance Floor a few times and some other songs, but Sean Brandon doesn't really do anything for me. His voice doesn't really stand out. He's okay on the song, but I really don't like it. The instrumental I don't like. It's a little bit... I don't like this song because it's just too generic. I've touched on it in the video about it. I don't like Filthy Animals because they're trying to have sex lyrics, which the song is sexual, but compared to their old music, it's nowhere near as dirty or sexual. So when they tried to say that this song was going to be real heavy and messed up and stuff, I'm like, come on, man. Your old music was way dirtier than Filthy Animals. Just go listen to I Heart Hello Kitty. Go listen to Candyland. Go listen to Sexting. Go listen to all their old music. It's way dirtier than Filthy Animals. So I really did not like this song. It was so boring to me, especially the vocals and the chorus.
Okay, final track on the album is titled Live to Die. I'll give the other three some time to voice their opinions. After hearing this track, BOTDF actually listened. This track isn't perfect, but it's easily the best track on the album. It's emotional without being overly emotional. Okay, it depends on your standards there, but the tune is good. The instrument work is good, even the vocals are good here. This is where BOTDF needs to be. I think that their talent is better spent in post-rock than their current genre. This track is a good thing to wash out your mouth of the bitter taste the previous tracks gave, and for that, 8 out of 10.
Okay, when I listened to this song, I thought it was going to be about self-harm or something. I don't know. But it kind of reminds me of Mel Manson's Suicide is Painless. It's a good song, because at least BOTDF has a good song on this album. You know, it's emotional. But the thing I hate is that David goes high-pitched, like his vocals. Hard to say. but it's a good song. It's a song, he just whispers softly and singing highly emotional. And this is actually a good song, actually. I'm just saying, this is a pretty good song on the album. EP, I mean. So with this song, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Congrats. You done something good with SDF.
And number 6 was Live to Die, which was basically a very boring ballad. Yes, Blood on the Dance Floor did a ballad, but it was so boring it could have been played on the radio.
I don't really like this song because it's boring and slow to listen to. It is cool for them to have like a fucking soft song and not something heavy, but I'm just not feeling the song Live to Die. I think it's just not that good, honestly. I found it boring, and yeah, I really didn't like it.
After calculating the scores I gave, not counting Filthy Animals, the album's total score with me is a 4 out of 10. It was only carried to a 4 by the good score I gave Live to Die, and when there's only one track on the album that's different and that one is the highest scoring one, you know that you did something right. But the rest of the track is stuff that BOTDF thought was original, thought was different, but in reality it turned out to be nothing more than, really, filler. Like I said, I like Live to Die. Their talent is better spent here. Would I listen to it often? No. I came into this album expecting a major game changer. I expected to walk out of it amazed, and BOTDF, they didn't pull it off. Keeping in mind that this album is something different too, that's not a good sign. Anyways, thank you JackalGoldKick and Lucifer Scarlet for inviting me onto this collaboration. It's been an event that I've looked forward to for a few weeks now, and I'm glad it happened. And thank you, Maxmillion222, for joining us today.
Well, my calculation too is 4 out of 10, because they had one good song on it. One good song, that's it. The other 5, downhill, I hated it.
Overall, I give this album a 1 out of 10. I could have gave it a 0, but Battle Cry was not that bad. So yeah, Maxmillion222, and see you later.
I give the Blood on the Dance Floor Cruel Pornography EP a 5 out of 10. Alright, it's bad and it's good. The reason I give it a 5 is because I like the intro Sexually Explicit. I like the song The Exorcist. I like Dobby's part on Battle Cry but not Jay's. I like the instrumental on the Cruel Pornography. And I gotta give them an extra point because they're not using auto-tune, which I glad they didn't, because last EP Bitchcraft they used auto-tune. Jay used auto-tune and Dobby used a slowed down voice. So that's a point to them for not using auto-tune, which is very good. So it gets a 5 out of 10 for me. It definitely could have been better, but like I said, it was a decent album. That's what I think of it, man. I actually, when I first listened to this album, I really didn't like it, but I had to give it a few more listens, and I like the first 2 tracks. Battle Cry is starting to grow on me, but I'm not a fan of Jay's chorus. Cruel Pornography I don't like, but the instrumental is nice, and then every other song I don't like, so I give it a 5 out of 10. I thought it was a pretty decent album. The cover art, it looks pretty simple, it's not really impressive like their other ones, but it looks decent. Avi has like really dark contacts and of course his hair, but the cover art, I guess it's pretty cool, but it's kind of too simple, to be honest. So
You're welcome, Druid, to join our video. You're welcome. I had fun too reviewing it. And if you want to join our video, any more videos, you can if you want to. Any more collabs, an album review, a commentary on something, I don't know. But yeah, you can join if you want to. And thank you Maxmillion222 for joining our video. JackalGoldKick, thank you. And I'll put these guys' channel in the link below. All 3 of them, because they deserve it. They're good ranters. Druid does good music reviews. And yeah, subscribe to all 4 of us. And thank you Druid and Max and JackalGoldKick for joining the review. Thank you Maxmillion too. And JackalGoldKick and Druid. Well, bye. And subscribe to all 4 of us.